Hello, I'm here in the studio today with my guest, Stephen Hornsby. Hello, Stephen.
Hello, Leslie.
Yes, now you teach at the University of Maine in Orono.
I do. I'm director of the Canadian American Centre, and I'm also a professor in the anthropology department, although I'm not an anthropologist, I'm a geographer.
But and that geographer part is why you're here today.
That's right. I'm going to give a lecture this evening at the OSHA Map Collection at the University of Southern Maine on the forthcoming Historical Atlas of Maine.
And tell us a little bit about that.
This is a project that was initiated at the University of Maine in the late 1990s. And a group of faculty thought it would be a good idea to develop an atlas of the state from the end of the last ice age to the year 2000. Of course, 2000 was still in the future when we were thinking about doing the atlas. And it was an interdisciplinary group of faculty, and they got the project going, particularly under the leadership of the late Burton Hatlin, who was the interim dean at that point. And we were very fortunate to get financing from the state. This is when the state still had funds to give for these kind of educational projects. So we got funds from the state, from the University of Maine system, and from the National Endowment for the Humanities.
So it's completed?
It's almost completed. We have 4 archaeology plates to finish and a cross-section of the state in the year 2000. And a tweaking of a few other plates. But essentially what we've produced, or will have produced, will be about 74, 75 double-page, full-colour spreads, or plates as we call them, that deal with various aspects of the geography and history of the state over some 15,000 years.
Fascinating. Now, will this be on display at the OSHA Library for a while? Or?
When it's published, perhaps we may have it on display there. We'll certainly consider having it a book launch at the OSHA. It would be an appropriate place. We have used the OSHA Map Collection for some of the map material that we've used in the atlas. I should say that this is not an atlas of old maps, such as they have at the OSHA Map Collection, but the great majority, probably 80% of the maps, are new creations representing various aspects of the history of the state.
Fascinating. Has anything like this been done in other states? Or?
Well, that's an excellent question. It's only been done at the national level. The National Geographic Society produced a Historical Atlas of the United States. The Canadians produced a very scholarly 3-volume Historical Atlas of Canada. And the New Zealanders produced a New Zealand Historical Atlas. But when you come down to the state level, they're much more modest in size and scope and in terms of research. And what we've tried to do is create something that will rank with some of these national atlases, and I think perhaps will set the bar for future state atlases.
Well, I, for one, look forward to seeing it when it is completed and hopefully on display at the OSHA Library.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here.